very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu's House team's brand new listing. And we're up near Eglinton and Dufferin in this awesome 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo townhouse. And look at this balcony. Oh my God, look at the view. You can see the city, the sun. If you're stuck working at home, this is a great place to come out with your laptop, do some work. We've got amazing finishes here. Stainless steel appliances, beautiful wood floors, gorgeous ceramic tiles in the kitchen, ceramic backsplash. We've got everything here. It's brand new, ready to move in. And check out our location. I have to tell you a little secret. California Sandwiches is just down the road and their sandwiches are delicious. They're my favorite. We've got the Beltline bike tour. Crosstown coming. You're gonna be able to get on and get downtown in like no time when it's built. So go to stushouse.ca, see all the photos, see the videos, and give me a call and come for your personal tour.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu's House team's brand new listings. And we are down in Corktown in this amazing condominium. So you're wondering, why am I in the master bedroom? Because my guys were so smart. They sat down with the builder, and when they bought this condo, this used to be a 2-bedroom and a den. So imagine, there used to be a wall here, and this was a small den and a small master bedroom. And they said, we want way more space. So they blew out the wall, put this huge wall-to-wall closet unit in, and made this ginormous master bedroom, which is awesome. We also have a second bedroom, which can be a home office, guest room. They have their own bathroom. I love these plans because they're a split level plan. If you ever want it as a rental, it's great because you live on that side, I live on this side with my own bathroom, and we share the middle. And it's a great open concept, breakfast bar, wood floors, stainless steel appliances, and the deck goes the whole length of the unit. You can have quite the party out there. This building rocks. Got a gym, games room, lounge, guest suites, lots of visitor parking. And we are in such a great location because you know what? Go over the DVP and you're in Leslieville. Go up and you're in Queen East. You've got Corktown, you've got the St. Lawrence Market, walkable, you've got the Distillery District. Get on the Gardiner, drive anywhere up the DVP, Gardiner to the airport. It's such a great location. So look, go to StuSells.ca, see all the photos, the virtual tour, the videos, and give me, Stu, a call and come for a private tour.
Hello, folks. Good evening. It's a great evening for a great game. You're watching live coverage here on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. This is the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard being held live in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. John Cullen alongside former Ontario Scotties champion and one half of the Two Girls in a Game podcast, Mary Chilvers. Mary, it's our third game of the day, but I think we're going to be okay because we're in for a dandy here.
I think you're right, John. Yeah, third game. I think we've done well to get through this this first day together.
We have. This is our first full day together.
It is.
A month ago, we did a game together, but
Yeah.
this is the first 24-hour experience.
Yeah, so we got a good game coming up here tonight. The ladies draw.
Yeah, it should be a fantastic game. We've got from the Dundas, Ontario Curling Club, or from Dundas, Ontario. Is the curling club just called the Dundas Curling Club?
There's two of them. Dundas Valley Curling Club is probably the one.
Okay.
Not sure.
See, this is what happens when you come to Ontario. You have
I
more than
know.
one curling club in a smaller city. That's impressive.
Yep.
So yes, from Dundas, Ontario, we've got Jacqueline Harrison, and from South Korea, we've got Yoonjung Kim. So this is going to be a great battle between two great teams. Of course, Kim was a surprise silver medalist at home back in the 2018 Olympics. The famed Garlic Girls. They got a lot of attention in their home country, and of course they're still at it, still doing great. They're in the Women's Worlds this year, just narrowly missed the playoffs there. And then on the other side, we've got Jacqueline Harrison. They're playing their first event of the year, but they were off to a great start this morning, beating Lauren Mann, and they're gearing up for the Canadian Olympic pre-trials, which of course are coming up in Liverpool, Nova Scotia at the end of the month. So two teams with a lot of great accomplishments between the two of them, and a lot of things on their plate. So this should be a great contest. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I had a quick chat with Jacqueline before this game just to ask her about the new team. They did form last year, but for obvious reasons didn't get a chance to play. So this is their first real season together, and they're very lucky that they had enough points to get them into the pre-trials with this team. And this team has an absolute ton of experience on it, and I'll as the game goes on, I'll just give some of the highlights, but lots of experience on this Harrison team. So I expect it to be a good game.
Yeah, no question, for sure. And like we saw, they had a great game this morning against Lauren Mann. They got a 5-ball of knowledge in the first end and then rode that to a pretty easy victory. So we'll see what happens here. But of course, that rink from Dundas, Ontario, Jacqueline Harrison at skip, Ali Flaxey at third, Lynn Kreviatsuk at second, and Laura Hickey at lead. And of course, for the Korean squad, it is they're from the Ganyang City Curling Club. And it looks like we're already getting a biter stick measurement to start the game, which is perfect because it gives me a great chance to say that they all have the surname Kim. That's why they called them the Garlic Girls, I suppose. But Yoonjung Kim, Kyunghae Kim, Cho-hee Kim, and Sonyoung Kim are all here and ready to rock. And I think maybe we'll throw out some of their food-based nicknames as well throughout the game. We'll try and keep track of all that going on.
So first rock was called into the house, came a little bit short, and now they want to obviously measure to see whether it's in the rings or not. That'll dictate the strategy. Of course, if it's not in the rings, you can't hit it. So it appears that it is not in the rings.
Yeah, we've seen some teams, both of the games we've covered today, the teams have gotten a lot of rocks in play early on, and it seems like Korea probably wanted to measure that because they were looking to hit it, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they wouldn't care. So maybe we're going to be forced into some action that we may not have been forced into otherwise. But we'll see what happens here. As we have the first rock from the lead, Sonyoung Kim, who goes by the nickname Sunny, because it sort of sounds like her name, and it's also reminiscent of sunny side up eggs.
Okay.
So that's what I learned. I'm learning these are all the things. I knew they were called the Garlic Girls, and I knew everyone was, in South Korea they were a huge hit. But yeah, they're Steak, Pancake, Annie, and Cho-Cho. So.
Yeah, they were absolute superstars in Korea after the performance they put on in the Olympics.
No question, yeah.
So try to draw that one to the side. It looks like it is in, so Jacqueline's going to hit it. Perhaps try to get a little roll to the center side, but even on the nose here's not terrible because it's so close to the rings.
Good. 10.
That'll work. So as we might have expected, Kim looking to hit this. And this is actually, this game, a bit of a commentator's dream, Mary, because I can just say, well, Kim is throwing the rock, being swept by Kim and Kim, and Kim in the house has the broom down. So this is actually sort of my dream come true here.
No, I want you to memorize the first
I know. I can say Kim, and no matter what, I'm getting it right. Yeah. So that's probably good for game 3 of the day.
Yeah. The jet lag and all, eh, John?
Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here.
10.
I'm just happy that curling is back to this extent, and to see everybody in the clubhouse here to
Absolutely.
Socializing again. It's really nice.
It's great to see most people anyway.
Most.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always, it's like a high school reunion, you sort of forget, oh yeah, I hated that guy. I just conveniently forgot that he existed for the last 2.5 years.
Yes, roll it out hard. Hard. Roll it out. Gotta go.
So not wanting to leave a corner guard for Kim there, they were trying to roll that out as far as possible, but we can sort of see that, or we at least felt like Kim wanted to play fairly conservative to start, so not too surprising that she's not electing to go around either guard and instead is just trying to hit and roll behind. That over curls, so not a terrible result for Kim, though. It rolls over to the side of the 12-foot, so 2 corners up in play, and the yellow one is not the best, but will do the job.
Yeah, I think Jacqueline's just going to hit this. She can actually roll into the rings here. I was speaking with the Ald team. They were on this sheet earlier today, and apparently the ice is extremely fast. And we were talking about that, John. There were so many rocks behind the tee line in that game, and they said they almost felt like they were going to hog the rock, and it was in the ring. So really quick ice,
Absolutely.
which is nice. Yeah.
No question. Well, and we talked about this at the previous Oakville Tankard and even this morning too. It's when you're a lot of clubs, the ice is not that fast. Or even if it's fairly fast, it's not quite super keen. I mean, this ice is running 15.5 hog to hog, which most club ice tends to run about 14 to 14.5. So if you're practicing on club ice that's a little bit slower, it definitely takes a little while to get adjusted. And for Ald, their first event of the year, this is Harrison's first event of the year as well, it can take a little while to get in the groove anyway. And then when the ice is super fast, it ends up complicating it as well. But this was a perfect roll from Lynn Kreviatsik. And this is forcing Team Kim into a run back here. And she's now saying, well, let's just roll into the house. Don't know that I fully understand this call. I would have been trying to run back all day, because even if you sit this somewhere in the house, it just lets Harrison split the house. But maybe you're hoping eventually you can make a double and get out of here with a blank. But that rollout is going to make that task very difficult if Ali Flaxey can successfully split the house here. Of course, Ali's been like you said, a veteran presence on this team out of Northern Ontario. Ali's been a longtime stalwart up north, and of course her husband Caleb, the 5th and the coach for Team Brad Jacobs for many years, and was an Olympic gold medalist with them in 2014. So certainly a lot of experience at the 3rd position.
Yeah, Ali actually skipped her way to the Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Championship. Back in.
Oh, go, yep, keep going all the way to T. Go, keep going, go.
Yeah, several times I think, wasn't she there?
No, she's been to the Canadian Championship.
Yes.
One time as a skip.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she was. It was 2014, and Lynn Kreviatsik was also on that team.
Yes. Lynn, don't call me Cheryl, or Ali, or famous pop singer Chantel. It's a lot to wade through with that last name in curling. You'd think growing up, my last name's Kreviatsik, no one's going to confuse me for anybody else.
Yeah.
And then you spend your whole life being confused for everyone else.
Yeah, the Kreviatsik sisters have all been very successful in this game.
Absolutely. Ali, of course, making her home in Sweden now after playing with Team Holman for a number of years and winning the Scotties.
Well, Lynn, go! Hard, Lynn!
So this is setting up fairly nicely for Team Harrison to force the deuce, but there is a bit of an angle here, so if Kim can make the roll over. This is Kyung-ae Kim, the third. If she can make the roll over to the other side of the house, they might be able to get a double set up. And we can see they even have their nicknames on their brooms. We can see Sunny on the hardline broom right there at the bottom. Kyung-ae is Steak, apparently, based on her broom.
I like it. They bring a little fun into the game,
Oh,
right?
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I learned that Yeonjung, the skip, goes by Annie, which you wouldn't think is a food, but apparently that's a popular cookie brand in South Korea. So that's where she got Annie from.
Should be nice and gradual here.
So yeah, you just wouldn't want to eat all those foods together, I don't think. Steak, sunny side up egg. That's actually not
Steak
bad.
and eggs,
Steak
yeah.
and eggs. But then you get into cookies and it starts to get a little bit dicey. So first stone here for Jacqueline Harrison.
Whoa, little and out, little and out.
Just trying to lie to here.
Yes! Yes, please do it, yes! Yes, hold it there, go, 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 go.
It's got to stay on the rings. And it will. Fantastic shot from Jacqueline Harrison.
It's a bad slide. Yeah, just a bit
She
of a
actually thought that she threw that a little bit inside out, but you know, sometimes when the teams don't practice on the ice, or when they do, it's a lot of coming into the 4-foot area instead of throwing rocks center line out. So that one did grab the curl. You got to be aware of that. You first couple of ends for sure. It'll be an interesting combination for this Harrison team. Allie Flaxey, as we said, she has skipped for many years. But a lot of the teams are doing that now where, you know, you're putting maybe two skips together, one moves down to play third to kind of strengthen their chances, I guess you could say, to get to the Olympics.
Well, for sure. I mean, we see that, of course, most famously with Team Einarson taking 4 skips and
Yes.
putting them all together. And I think a lot of people thought, well, hey, that's crazy. There's simply no way that could work. And of course, now they're the back-to-back Scotties champions. So it can. You just have to have the right personalities in order to do it. It's not an easy thing to do to move down from skip when you're used to it.
Yeah, like, I mean, it would be a huge difference to go from playing skip to go to play lead.
No question. Yeah.
Yep.
You'd immediately get better looking. Just everyone obviously knows the leads are the best looking players on every team. So that's at least a positive.
But yeah, you have to be all in on that. And, you know, if you have 4 skips on the team, you worry about too much conversation or... But that Anderson team seemed to have figured all that out, so...
No question, yeah.
really hard. Hard.
So they're sweeping hard to keep this on the rings. Need it to stay to force Korea. And I think it just is on the rings. It's tough to tell from this angle, but this is the second time in an end we've wondered whether a rock was in or not.
Unfortunately for them, they're not allowed to get the stick out to
No.
see if this one's in or out.
Yeah, exactly. So you may not know that if you're watching at home, but you are only allowed to use the biter stick to confirm whether a rock is violating the free guard zone. Not allowed to use it in order to determine whether a rock is on the rings for scoring purposes. So it looks like Annie's just going to be drawing. Only needs full 12 foot here. It's a good opportunity to get her draw weight. And I should correct myself. Annie, a brand of yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Cho-Cho is a brand of cookie.
Somebody on the
that's-
chat group tell you that?
No, I went back and I just wanted to make sure
Okay.
myself. So We got to make sure we get everything right.
I know.
So you have the steak and eggs for your meal, then you dip the cookie in the yogurt for your dessert. And it's actually a complete meal. So here we go. Final stone for Yunjin Kim here in the first end. Needs full 12 foot. And Sunny and Chocho are on this right away. One thing you can't do here is be light. And that's a great sweep. Good identification out of the hand that it needed some work, and the two sweepers get it there, so put one on the board for Team Kim. Team Harrison will get their first chance with the hammer when we come back. You're watching curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. Sean Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. We've got an international battle here as Team Yunjung Kim from South Korea challenging Team Harrison from right here in Ontario. And the first end was a fairly basic one, Mary. We saw early on, Team Harrison was able to split the house, and they were able to maintain that for the whole end and force Korea into their one.
Yeah, I think the Kim team wanted a pretty basic end to start things off anyway, so that's what they got, and was able to draw for one there, so we'll see if they shake it up here a little bit in the second.
Yeah, we saw the Korean team was looking to put their first rock into the free guard zone, and they slid a little bit heavy, so Team Harrison had the option to hit it, but they elected to throw a corner guard. So looking to put the pressure on, which we love to see. We've had a couple pretty exciting games today that we've seen with lots of rocks in play, and so if we get another one of those, I think us and the viewers will be happy with that.
Yeah, the earlier draw, I believe in the Epping-Smith game, they had all 16 rocks in play.
In the first end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did not mind getting right to it, so that was good to see. And of course, as the games go on, we'll update you on what is happening around the rest of the rinks. Right now, not a ton of notable scores on the board, although we do have Team Duncan out to an early 3-0 lead over Team Inglis. And we have Team Man out to an early 3-0 lead over Team Walsh. Oh, and we have, another 3-0 lead. We have Team Zacharias with a 3-0 lead over the High Park Randos, we're calling them.
I love it.
Maria Lane Little had to pull out of the event last minute, and so our chief sponsor here, Stuart Sankey, curls out of the High Park Club. Originally, this event was supposed to take place at the High Park Club, and he said, hey, is there a ladies team that would want to get together and play in this tournament, get some experience playing these top teams? And so 4 ladies came together and said, sure. And so they're getting a fun experience, no doubt. They got to play Irene Shorey, the Swiss team, this morning, and now, of course, playing former world junior champions Mackenzie Zacharias. So fun experience if you're usually a club curler to get to come out and play some world-class opposition for a weekend.
Sneaky little shot here from lead Laura Hickey. She was coming around that corner guard and was definitely heavy on it, but just bites at the very back, and that kind of causes a little trouble for Kim. She's not sure what to do with that.
Yeah, it's a situation where you think, oh, it's just a biter. We don't have to do anything with it. It's only biting. But how often do we see those rocks end up counting later on? So we'll see if Harrison can find a way to make that count.
This looks really nice.
Yeah, very good shot here from Chocho. So Harrison looking to move some granite at the front of the house.
I think she could get all three moving, John.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get all three here. Yeah, no question. Ooh.
Oh.
Just misses both of them, does Lynn Kreviatsik. So I would assume we'll see Korea replace that guard.
So Jacqueline's going to ask Lynn to try that shot again. Try to get those two reds out of the way.
Ooh. Unfortunately, they lose their biter at the back of the house, but good shot from Lynn. Getting rid of a bunch of the red stones. Jacqueline sort of, was obviously upset they couldn't get the one off of the 4-foot, but realistically, the way the rocks were set up, that was a very difficult shot to get all three of them going.
Yeah, the 3 was set up on Lynn's first shot, but the second not so much.
Yeah.
But a really nice double peel by Lynn.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. You never want to be chasing when when you have the hammer, and unfortunately, that's where Team Harrison finds themselves. So that's a nice shot from Steak. I like this food nickname thing. I can get used to it. Sorry, I got distracted. We have Team Lauren Mann playing in front of us, and they have a logo on their sleeve that says "I Heart Explosives." So that was really threw me off for a second. As you can imagine, that's very distracting for a stupid man like myself.
Oh, just misses.
Just missing again. That rock in the forefoot proving to be a little bit of kryptonite here. I believe that Lauren Mann is sponsored by a demolition company. That's where I just don't want you to think that this is sort of like an amateur, hobby for Lauren or something like that. Just, she's not a pyro.
Well, the Kim team has this shot down pat, I would say. They've been throwing this shot most of the end. Always nice to be able to just throw a nice guard.
Absolutely.
Just don't want this too tight to give Jacqueline a better chance of getting that red one off the forefoot. Right now they're in a pretty good spot to steal.
Yeah, I know they've been making these guards with great aplomb. So it's going to be up to Ali Flaxey now. And the problem here really for Harrison, Mary, is that even if they do make this double perfectly, Korea's got 2 staggered guards they can come around right after.
Yes! Hard! Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
And Ali will stick it, but that's not terrible. It gives them a little bit more of a scoring area.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the beauty for the Harrison team here is look at all those yellow rocks in front of the rings. They've got a few options here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like we talked earlier, it's a shame when you have to chase when you have the hammer. They've been chasing the whole end, haven't been able to set anything up.
So it looks like Kim is guarding here. You could also come around those staggered yellow guards.
Mm-hmm.
The port's not that big, but that's probably something that Annie's saving for her last one. So first stone here for Yoonjung Kim in the second end. Ooh, they would have liked a little kiss there. So you could see that Sunny did a little hop and a skip there, trying to get a little kiss off. I don't know that there's a big enough port there for Harrison to get through, but she's certainly considering it.
I definitely think there's a port.
It's just that if you get through it, because you probably have to throw the out turn.
Yes.
And if you get through it, does it over curl where you roll out into the open? I think that's maybe the question that they're debating.
Hang a bit. I think so, yeah. 7/8? Yeah. Okay. 9? Yeah, I think so.
Let's play the run back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I like this call now. Often you see skips save their run backs for their last one, but with that cluster of guards out in front of the house, if you could ever make this run back and get a bit of a roll, you're actually looking pretty good for 2. So big shot here for Jacqueline Harrison.
Yeah, if I tick it and dead nut the yellow, it's not good. But then you're throwing a run back like you are now. Yeah, and she's probably coming in again though. If I dead nut that there. I think this is better because then it opens up the out turn draw if I need it too. So just 9. I think you guys can hold this. So
I agree with Jacqueline. Her and Lynn were debating whether trying that port was the better shot, but I think her explanation is correct.
That's why she's the skipper.
Exactly. So first shot here for Jacqueline Harrison.
No,
Looking for an angle run.
No.
She doesn't appear to like it. And we can see why. Does not get very close to that red one, and so this will open up the door for Kim now to come in and lie two buried.
너무 근데 깊지만 않게 주면 지금 근데 얘를 택하기에는 또 너무
I almost wondered, John, on Jacqueline's first shot there. What about the in-turn draw? She's going to have to play that on her next one.
라인은 이렇게가 제일 좋은 거
It's just tricky because if you ever leave it light, then you have no path.
Yeah.
Right. So that's probably the concern. They haven't thrown it yet.
Yeah.
So you not only do you not know it, but if you miss it, then you're in huge trouble.
So ideally, Kim would like to put this
센터 살짝
Christmas
물려서
tree
센터 물 웨이트 좋으면
ish.
보고
Yes.
센터 센터
Yep.
딱 물게.
Absolutely.
진짜 딱 요렇게 딱. 근데 이렇게 되면 별로 안 좋고 딱 요게 제일 좋아. 플랜 B는 가드. 택배도 되긴 한데. 근데 라인 그냥 이렇게 잡는 게 낫겠지. 너무 근데 웨이트 맞는데 오버돼서 안쪽으로 들어가 버리면 별로일 것 같긴 한데.
So final stone here for Annie Kim. Looking to put a second counter in the house and put some pressure on Harrison.
잡아가야 돼. 라인 천천히 잡아가야 돼 일단. 웨이, 오. 저희가. 웨이트. 라인 천천히. 와우, 파이트만. 파이트만. 안 돼.
And that is pretty much the perfect spot. So it's going to be a choice for Harrison as to which draw path she wants to play. She probably knows the out turn better, but it's a bit of a tougher path.
It is.
You can get a good look at it there. Not a lot of real estate.
힘들 것 같은데. 들어오는 계속 돌면서
Can I have a hair less? Yeah, I was thinking like around there, 14.5, 14.7.
A tricky little shot here for Jacqueline. Needs to grab a piece of the forefoot.
Yeah, final stone here for Jacqueline Harrison in the second end. Needs to grab about a sliver of the crescent moon she can see of the forefoot
No.
to stave off a steal. And this looks really heavy. They're going to need a piece of something.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, good veteran call. I think that was going through the house.
It
so
was.
A very favorable kiss there for Jacqueline Harrison. Manages to hold the damage to one. So Yunjin Kim will take a 2-0 lead into the third end. Here, you're watching the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard live on curling.com.
It's okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu's House team's brand new listing. And we're up near Eglinton and Dufferin in this awesome 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo townhouse. And look at this balcony. Oh my God, look at the view. You can see the city, the sun. If you're stuck working at home, this is a great place to come out with your laptop, do some work. We've got amazing finishes here. Stainless steel appliances, beautiful wood floors, gorgeous ceramic tiles in the kitchen, ceramic backsplash. We've got everything here. It's brand new, ready to move in. And check out our location. I have to tell you a little secret. California Sandwiches is just down the road, and their sandwiches are delicious. They're my favorite. We've got the Beltline bike tour. Crosstown coming. You're going to be able to get on and get downtown in like no time when it's built. So go to StuSells.ca, see all the photos, see the videos, and give me a call and come for your personal tour.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard live from Oakville, Ontario. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers for some Draw 4 action. This is the second ladies' draw of the event. Of course, this is a combined men's and ladies' event with lots of top teams from both disciplines here in Oakville competing all weekend. And, of course, this stream brought to you by In Situ Remediation. They're one of the key sponsors of this event. They're a very innovative company. They do a lot of environmental cleanup, cleaning up old gas sites and things of that nature. So things I don't understand, I'll be honest with you. Way above my pay grade, but they do great things for the environment and for us to clean up communities that need it. So shout out to In Situ. You can check them out online at irsl.ca. They're presenting sponsor this weekend. And, of course, this coverage coming to you on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. It's the tri-headed, the three-headed gorgon of curling streams.
No, we're by it. We're already by
Well, Jacqueline, I guess you could say got a little lucky on that last
I would say she got lucky.
end.
Yeah, that's the word I would use, Mary. I would say lucky. Yes, she got lucky.
She knows it. She knows it. Yeah, a little bit strong on that last draw, but they were quick to get the audible and play the tick off the guard, and at least she rolled in for second shot. So she got the hammer still, down 2 points. See what she can do here in the third end.
Yeah, I think just for her, Mary, she'll be wanting to hopefully gain a little more control. She spent most of the last end chasing, and unfortunately it looks like she might be doing some of the same here. Laura Hickey has one of her rocks not in play and the other one in the very back of the house. So it's always tough when the ends don't get set up, especially when you have hammer and you feel like you're chasing the game a little bit. So hopefully they'll find their way back into this game. And speaking of finding their way back into games, there's been a lot of threes out here so far, Mary. It's I don't know if the Golden State Warriors are playing here tonight or what's happening, but we've got a lot of threes on the board. We have no score on sheet 1 yet between Galusha and Murphy, but on sheet 2 it is a 4-0 lead for Irene Shorey over Calissa Daly, so they've hopped out to an early lead. Beside them, Holly Duncan holds a 3-2 lead over Danielle Inglis. Inglis pulling 2 back in the second end there. So Holly does have hammer, up 1. They're playing the third. And speaking of a 3-2 scoreline, we have that very same scoreline on sheet 5. Isabel Ladisseur putting 3 on the board against Kathy Auld. So they're now up 3-2, but Auld has hammer. Beside them, it's a 1-0 scoreline between Shannon Jay and Mackenzie Camille. It is Shannon Jay that has the lead there. Lauren Mann up 3-2 on Quinn Walsh. Mann with the hammer there. And Zacharias against the High Park Randos have jumped out to an early 5-0 lead. So Mac Zach and the Attack are in control over there. That's what I named them when they won the World Juniors. I said they would make a great band, Mac Zach and the Attack. So that isn't forever their name now to me.
And again, just missing the double there. And like you say, it's just chase here for the Harrison team. Both of these teams won their game earlier today, so I guess this would be called the A semifinal.
A semi, yep.
Yeah, this is a triple knockout event.
Yeah, 16 teams looking to make Monday's playoffs. And I would think before this event, these would be 2 teams that would have been tabbed as favorites to get there. So getting potentially an early preview of a playoff-style matchup here. And just giving you a sense of how the bracket shapes up. The winner of this would face off against the winner of Justin Murphy and Carrie Galusha for that A qualifier spot. So, and we have a score in that game. Finally, they were gracious enough to put their scores on the board. It's tied 1-1. So I don't know who has hammer, but that's where we're at. They're playing the third end, Galusha and Murphy.
Well,
so,
speaking of scores on the board, John, on our own game, there is no score on
I
the
know.
board.
What is going on? I know back in the day, Mary, and was this still a thing when you were younger and playing? I was told the rule used to be if you didn't put the score up by the end of the end, then your score didn't count. They just that was like their way of encouraging people to put the score on the board. That was the rumor in BC anyway. I don't know if that ever spread to Ontario or not, but I was always told growing up that was the rule. And then one time, nice shot here from Lynn Kreviatsik, but I was told one time that happened in a very important game and the teams got too mad, and then they said, well, yeah, you can't really take points away from teams.
No.
So in any case, I do agree this is extreme negligence to have no score on the board between Harrison and Kim. What's going on here, folks?
Luckily, we have it here right on the screen for us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God for the whole crew here. We've got a amazing curling.com crew here handling this game. Steve and Frankie. Frankie doing the job of two men. We're a person short today. So we unfortunately lost our director to a suspected case of food poisoning. So we wish him well. And so Frankie forced into action. He's got to use both his hands. So it's a tough day for him at the office, but everyone's doing well here. And speaking of the curling.com coverage, we do have a sheet B as well. We were thinking we wouldn't maybe have that running until tomorrow, but we do have sheet B running right now. If you do want to watch the game on sheet 6, it is Camille versus Jay. We don't have any sound coverage over there, but we do have the video playing.
Well, so far the Kim team has done a great job of placing these rocks just in the right spot, and like we say, just chasing. There's another miss there. Got the guard, but hoping for a double. You really just need one really good shot to change things around here, and that's what the Harrison team needs.
So another very solid guard from the South Koreans. And this is the thing, it's always tough when not only are you chasing the game a little bit, but your opponents just keep making their shots. And when a team is just so successful at guarding over and over and over and over again, it makes the game really difficult.
Well, they got a little chance here. They're going to play just a nice hack or board weight shot here. Be great to stick around in the rings because they also have a biter at the very back there. So that'll change the strategy for the Kim team.
Whoa, clean. Whoa, clean. Whoa, Laura. Hard, Laura.
Really got to stick
curl,
here.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Get out.
Nice shot from Ali Flaxey. So, yeah, Korea, the Kim rink weren't able to fully guard that one, though they are still shot stone.
Yeah.
Making a bit of a defensive call here, Mary, to hit this open one.
Yeah, but they're up 2 points, though, and like I say, Harrison has 2 rocks in the rings, so I don't mind this call. Does want to stick around, doesn't want to roll out here.
Sunny indicating it's maybe a little bit more than they wanted as far as weight goes. They will roll, and that is not where they wanted to end up.
I think so. Yeah.
That is a wide open double for Jacqueline Harrison.
Right?
So
River.
Yeah.
Couple small mistakes here from
9.5.
Yunjung Kim is going to open the door here for Harrison.
No.
So you want on the like? I think this is a lot.
Okay.
For 9.5 is all.
Hair less then. Put it next to the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like that, John.
Just knows it. Ali's board ran pretty straight here, so I don't think this will do much.
Jacqueline Harrison with her first stone in the third, looking for a double to sit two.
No. Whoa. No, off.
Got to stick around, and it will. So a very nice shot from Harrison, and now Kim will have a bit of a long double back. We've been talking about threes on the board. We've got yet another one. Carrie Galusha putting up 3 against Justin Murphy in the third end. So Galusha continuing her hot run of form from the pre-trials. She now has a 4-1 lead. Murphy will have the hammer playing 4.
Of course, both of those teams are also going to be at the pre-trials.
잡아가는 게 낫지 않을까? 저렇게 잡고.
So a tricky little double here.
Yeah, final stone for Annie Kim here in the third. Needs to make about an 8-foot double to force Harrison to a blank. They seem to like it. Will it go enough?
Oh.
It won't. Just missing it by half an inch. Great throw from Yunjung Kim, but unfortunately just jams the Harrison stone at the back, and so Jacqueline Harrison will have an open hit for her 2.
없는 것 같은데.
On the nose. Got some house to roll to as well. So.
Final stone, Jacqueline Harrison. Open hit for 2.
No. Clean, yep. Yep. Clean.
And that is as cool as you like from the skip. Put the 2 on the board. This game is all knotted up at deuces. We're heading to the 4th end. Team Kim will have the hammer when we return. You're watching curling.com.
That's a little better, really.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the continuing coverage of the Sioux Cells Toronto Tankard here on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. You're watching South Korea's Yoonjung Kim taking on Ontario's Jacqueline Harrison. And Harrison, thanks to a couple small mistakes from the Koreans last end, were able to put two back on the board, and we've got ourselves a game here.
Yeah, the Harrison team finally got a small mistake from the Kim team, followed by a really nice shot by Ali Flaxey, and then two very nice shots by Jacqueline to get the 2 points.
Yeah, it's been a well-played game so far. Both of these teams seem to be settling into the ice conditions well. We saw this morning in our other women's game that we covered between Inglis and Auld, it took the teams a little bit to kind of get into the groove and get settled, and didn't take these teams as long. That's usually what happens. You see as events go on, the teams get into the game a little bit quicker, and certainly it's been a very solid game from both teams so far.
Line's good. Curling now. Yeah, it's curling. Yep. Yeah, a little farther. Go, go, go. Full 12 if you can. Hard, 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 hard. Go, go, go. Okay, good sweep.
We talked earlier about players moving down in positions. Laura had played third for quite a few years. She actually used to play with Duncan, Holly Duncan. Now she's playing lead on this team. She's actually a junior champion, Ontario champion. This team's got a good resume.
Absolutely. You wouldn't even check the references.
You know, we talk a lot about the Olympics coming up. We kind of forget that also the playdowns will be here before you know it for all the provincial championships. So I know these teams, this Harrison team, a lot of teams here this weekend are definitely going to be wanting to take on that Rachel Homan.
Absolutely. No question. Yeah, Rachel just keeps finding ways to win, and obviously competing out of Ontario for a very long time. She's always the name to beat, but Danielle Inglis got close, Holly Duncan got close last time around, and you know, it's a lot of great teams in Ontario, a lot of great ladies teams in Ontario that can push them. So as you say, it'll be preparation for that, and I think too some of these teams will probably feel like in an Olympic year, you have maybe the chance that Homan goes to the Olympics, which would open up the Ontario Scotties, and you also have the factor that Homan's main focus this year will be the Olympics.
Yep.
And so that's really what it comes down to, is that, you know, maybe they don't make the Olympics, or they have a disappointing Olympic trials, and they have a hard time getting back and focused on the Ontario Scotties. So I think a lot of teams are going to see that as an opportunity to really work towards being in as top shape as possible for those Ontario provincials. But of course, we know Jacqueline Harrison has the pre-trials before that, so don't want to put the cart before the horse here. And that is an unfortunate miss for the South Koreans. So things are starting to turn a little bit in Harrison's favor. We saw about an end and a half where Kim couldn't seem to miss. And now we've had a couple misses in a row from them, so a chance for Harrison to get set up. It's just too bad that they're getting a miss when their setup in the house isn't the best. You know, obviously, if you're going to choose when you can get a miss without hammer, you'd prefer to have a, you know, maybe a rock in the 4-foot or a guard up.
Yeah.
But still a good chance to maybe get a force here for Harrison.
If you roll out, it's fine. Because they're probably going to come around all of that. They'll probably come around all of this. 9.5. No.
So Jacqueline's not too happy about that red corner guard there, so she's gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's what we talked about. The house isn't set up the best for Harrison right now. So that's a problem you run into a little bit here where if you just say drew the top of the 12-foot or you drew the wing and you're sitting 3, well, Kim would still have the chance to come around, and it's a staggered guard. So, I mean, Kim's going to come around this one, and that's in the house. So for sure they would have come around had they drawn to the opposite side of the house. So didn't mind the call from Harrison, although obviously they would have preferred to stick somewhere in the house. And we got yet another 3 up on the board. And this time it's a steal, which means that's a 3-ball of knowledge. Mackenzie Camille dropping that on Shannon J. Some people have been asking me about the 4 balls of knowledge. So that comes from my old curling team. We used to say that you didn't want to give up 2, that was bad. You didn't want to give up 3, that's worse. If you gave up 4, you're being taught a lesson. So it was a 4-ball of knowledge.
Okay.
And if you give up a steal of 3, that's the same as giving up 4 when the other team has hammer. So that also counts as a ball of knowledge, as it were. So just for those of you who are wondering at home where that comes from.
I was wondering too.
I figured you might be.
Just looking for a hit and stick here.
And they will get it. So we saw Harrison use this tactic in the first end to hold Kim to her 1. Just trying to lie 2 in the house separated. In this case, Kim does have a chance to make a long double, almost a 12-footer. Get a good look at it there. Looks like on the nose would get it done. Just missing. Also got a question in the chat about why this tournament's not taking place at High Park. Some of you may have noticed that this is the Stu Cells Toronto Tankard. The Oakville Tankard was a month ago. Holly Duncan won that. And the reason is that High Park isn't open. So usually by this time of year, the High Park Curling Club would be open, but they were trying to open at a time where they felt like they maybe wouldn't be restricted by COVID or affected by COVID, because last year they opened too early and ended up losing a bunch of money in the process because, of course, as we know, maintaining a curling club and its ice not cheap. So High Park made the decision to open a little later this year, and unfortunately they're opening past the time when we needed the ice. So thankfully Oakville Curling Club, Scott Foster, Chris Y, the whole staff here stepped in, and they've been doing a fantastic job. The ice is excellent, and all the curlers are happy to be here. If you can't be in Toronto, Oakville's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, and this club, they always have a summer league here, so they pretty much open up, I'd say, beginning of August. And, league play here probably doesn't start till next week or the week after, so it's not like you're putting out the members or anything. So nice to have this venue for sure.
Well, and Scott Foster himself was telling me that they're doing 9 tournaments in a row here. So this is, I think this is week 7. So pretty long stretch for him. I'm sure he's going to look forward to his first weekend off in November.
Mm-hmm.
So Team Kim just deciding whether they want to try to freeze here or whether they just want to try the slash double. The problem if you try the slash double is that you probably never get another shot at a double if you don't make it, because you're going to roll out and you won't be in the house. And then, of course, the problem with a freeze is you're just adding more yellow stones into the house if you miss it. And Harrison hits it. So they seem like they can't quite make up their mind about that.
아까 커버는 들어갔었는데 그거 들어가기 싫다며. 그래서 결국에 때리고 블랭크 가려고 하는 거 아니야? 근데 지금 다시 어차피 프리즈로 가면은 치고 여기 들어가서 이렇게 들어가야 되는 거 아니야? 좀 안 나. 커버할 바에 그냥 프리즈 하기 낫지 않나? 그러니까. 아니면 지금 걸어왔는데 차라리 커버를 들어가든지 해서 밑에서 뒤에까지 내려가면 되긴 한데. 그래서 나는 뭘 하려고 하는 건지 싶어서. 그냥 보드. 프리즈 너무 근데 나오면 어차피 결승 3개인데. 아니요, 코브란드 해서 한번 라인 보는 거는. 그 다음에 내 거 아니면은 한 번 더 라인 보고. 그래서 1점. 커버하기엔 너무 짧잖아. 근데 지금 아니 여기까지 내려오면 되긴 한데. 지금은 블랭크를 못 가니까 프리즈 하자는 거지.
What we're seeing here is what happens when there's no time clocks in an event. This much conversation over what is a relatively easy decision is something that happens early in the year. That's not to be critical of Team Kim. It just is a fact. When you don't have time clocks, teams are more willing to take some liberties with the time. And we talked about this a lot with the Oakville Tankard. For a lot of these teams, this is their first event. So just even getting back into the swing of communicating and working out how to talk to each other and all that kind of thing. It's, you know, it's all important. But in this case, this was not a very stressful situation, and they spent over 3 minutes talking about it.
So it looks like their final decision is to actually come around the yellow shot that's on the top of the 12-foot. Looking like a really nice shot.
Yeah. I guess all that time talking about it paid off.
Yeah.
Well, I do think Harrison will be able to see enough of this to take it out. But perfect weight.
이거 얼마인데? 558. I mean, we can freeze, you can throw kind of hack, or you can run.
Thinking hack. Do you like that?
Yep, I do.
Hack there.
Yeah, I like just on center line on this side,
there?
right? To give yourself a little.
Yep. Okay, cool. Let me have a look from the hack, yeah.
Yeah, take a look.
Yeah, so she can see about half of that rock. Not even, actually. So tricky little shot here for Jacqueline. Hack weight.
Do you like that with hack?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those shots where you could turn.
Do you think that's enough ice for hack?
If anything, I thought a little bit on the tight side with half. Hair more.
I never like when my skip's asking me if the ice is right.
Me neither. That's your job. I carried the brooms in here. Don't ask me where to put the broom once we're in here.
It worries me.
Yeah, exactly. But it is a tricky shot and an important one here. Just trying to hit what you can see, Jacqueline Harrison.
That looks like a lot of ice.
Well, and you never like when you take a little bit more ice and then you throw a little bit more weight. I think they do have it, though. It's really got a curl, and it will So Laura Hickey brought that over the center line very nicely.
Good sweep. Just a little firm, eh?
So good sweeping, just a little bit too much weight, but I do think obviously the ice adjustment was probably correct. If she had thrown Hack at her original broom, I think we would have seen a rack there. So
So Team Kim going to try the same shot again. Try to get it buried just another couple of inches.
yeah, I love this call now, especially because if you get this buried, then Harrison's playing a run back, and if she misses it, then you have an open draw for 2. So good opportunity here for Kim. They know exactly what this spot's going to be doing.
기다려. 라인 기다려. 아니야, 초이 기다려. 선영이. 선영이 계속 가야 돼.
Sunny on it right away.
선영이 계속 가야 선영이만.
This is going to be really close. Can they get it by? They cannot. So Harrison sitting 2 without hammer and is going to have a chance to bury one, and we could be looking at a steal for Jacqueline Harrison here.
Right? I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't have to skinny it. If you
No.
leave them half rock, I'm
We
fine
can
with
finish
that.
it too with the sweeping.
Yeah, I think, I like that. Jack's really good.
Okay.
Jacqueline's going to throw a draw here. You know, it doesn't even have to be
around all this?
fully buried. If she can get it
So, like,
half or
15-ish?
3/4, just
Yeah.
have it peek out a bit. Just a little teaser.
Try and put it like in the forefoot.
She could maybe trick Kim into going after it.
So final stone here for Jacqueline Harrison without hammer in the 4th. Already lying 2 and looking to put the 3rd in a
I think it's all there.
real tough
No?
spot.
No, it's close. Yeah, you're right. Whoa, room. There's lots of room at the moment. Whoa. They're starting to go. Stay close. Stay close for line. Yep. Yes, hold it. Whoa. Okay. You're fine. Whoa. Laura, if you can.
And this looks very good. Needs to settle.
Nice, Jack.
And it will. Really nice shot from Jacqueline Harrison. So it's going to be a pressure draw for Annie Kim. Facing 3 Harrison counters. She's going to need a piece of the button
아니면 비슷하게
to
잡고
come away with one.
그냥 해서 약간 부딪히는 것까지 볼래?
Came up just a little short on her first draw, so she's going to have to make the adjustment here.
근데 좀 많이 나와서
This is a pressure draw for
그냥
sure.
웨이트만 봐야 돼. 방금 거 어디까지 갈 것 같아? 한 4, 5? 얼마인데? 34? 4에서 닦아가는 게 낫잖아. 돌면서 좋은 것 같기도 하고.
Final stone for Yunjung Kim.
와우. 웨이트만 봐야 돼.
Facing 3 Jacqueline Harrison counters.
라인 없어.
Needs a piece of the button. Both the sweepers are backed off.
기다려. 기다려.
Will this stop in time? It won't for 1. Will it stop in time for 2? It won't do that either. Talk about a pressure draw. The pressure gets to Yunjung Kim. She comes a little bit heavy, and Jacqueline Harrison with a huge steal of 2. She's going to take a 4-2 lead. You're watching the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard live here on curling.com. We'll be right back after this.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Great sweep. 16-2.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to Curling.com's continuing coverage of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard, live from Oakville, Ontario. This is the fourth draw of the event, but the second ladies' draw. You're watching the A semifinal between Team Kim and Team Harrison. John Cullen along with Mary Chilvers. And Mary, it's sort of a tale of two halves in the first half of the game, as Harrison coming up with a 2 with hammer and a 2 without, and now takes a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, definitely the tides have changed here. Harrison was down 2 points early, takes 2, and now steals 2. So the game is favoring Harrison at the moment.
Here or tight?
Still got 4 ends to go here, though.
Here or tight? Which
Yeah,
one?
certainly lots of game left. No question about that. And we did see early in the game the South Koreans making everything, really. Just were putting the pressure on Harrison big time, making a ton of shots. And now we've seen the opposite. Harrison's really turned it around. Jacqueline herself has made some really key shots. And obviously you would have favored Annie Kim to make that draw in the last end. She just had to hit a piece of the button for her 1, and she ended up coming back 12 and giving up a steal of 2. So a little bit fortunate for Jacqueline Harrison, but you also have to say they earned it, as they've looked the better of the two teams over the last few ends, that's for sure. So we get a look there at Laura Hickey. Lead for Team Harrison, looking to come around her own.
No, it's always yours, Lynn. No need to yet. No.
This one's looking a little heavy.
14-7.
Yeah, Laura's had a few rocks now that have just come more towards the back of the house, but that's not a terrible spot.
So those yellow rocks are going to be ignored. Just going to use that corner guard, come around it.
웨이트는 라인 좋아. 웨이트는. 라인 많아. 여덟. 여덟. 아니야. 그냥 놔둬야 돼. 14-6.
Settles for second shot.
Is this over, buried?
So we'll update you on some of the scores from around the rink. Over on sheet 1, Carrie Galusha
Okay.
stealing another point, so she is currently up 5-1 on Justin Murphy. Of course, the winner of that game will play the winner of our feature game in the A qualifier. That goes tomorrow. Beside them, we've got Irene Shorey from Switzerland up against Calissa Daly from here in Ontario, and Shorey has looked the part so far. They are also up 5-1 over Daly, though Daly does have the hammer there. Of course, in our feature game, Harrison is up 4-2, Kim with the hammer. Beside them, it is still a tight game between Holly Duncan and Danielle Inglis. Holly Duncan still up 3-2 in that one.
Line's good.
Right beside them, we've got
Let's go
Kathy
here.
Auld playing Isabel Ladisser, and Isabel Ladisser
let's
is
go
leading that
here.
one 5-3. Auld
Yeah,
has
looks
the
like it's
hammer.
back
They're
to this
playing
one.
5. Right in front of us as we
Yeah,
updated you
14.
last end, Mackenzie Camille up 4-1 on Shannon J. just beside them, a tight game brewing here between Lauren Mann and Quinn Walsh. Lauren Mann is up 4-3. They're playing the fifth. Quinn Walsh with hammer. And our team of randos are being put in the randomizer by Mackenzie Zacharias. Mac Zach in the attack with another three-pointer in the fourth. So they are up 8-1 against that, or sorry, 8-2 rather, against the High Park squad, the High Park team with hammer. So back to our feature game, and once again, there's a lot of yellow granite in the house. Kim seeming content to kind of leave some of it around Mary to generate their points. They don't seem too fussed.
Yeah, the Harrison team on that last draw, again, just came a little too heavy. So this is going to give the Kim team a chance. Come around this guard, try to get this one in front of the tee line. Still sliding a little bit. A pretty nice shot.
Very nice indeed. So
And now-
shot stone still belonging to Harrison, so she's going to peel the corner. And she will do so, no problem for Lynn Kreviatsik. So Kim just looking to replace it.
기다려, 라인 좋아. 웨이트는 약간 알다와 스위치. 스위치 많이 와야 돼.
So they're trying to drag this over.
셋을 기다려. 원셋.
Sunny on the inside.
아니야.
It looks like it's settling nicely now. Very well managed rock. So Harrison is shot. You'd assume at some point she might switch gears and try to bring the play back to the middle, but for now up two, they're going to continue to peel that corner guard.
Yep. Hard. Really hard. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know what to do. Okay.
Gets a
Well,
little lucky there.
I'll say, yeah, if you're
Yeah.
going to miss it, you might as well get rid of second shot. So Ali Flaxey coming a little tight, but was able to get a positive result out of that with a double. So this is going to force the Garlic girls to come after the ones in the back eight.
조금만 더 잡을까요? 아니 더 잡아도 될 것 같은데. 이쪽 끝에 테이크 우리 안 했지? 근데 이렇게 치고 이만큼 와야 되는데. 반 얇게 맞아야 될 것 같아. 6번이야 6번? 아니. 아. 아니야. 저기 와. 계속 와야 돼.
So looking for a hit and roll on top here. We'll
Or
end up
double.
getting both of them. That works fine too.
Yeah.
So that'll find Kim sitting two now in the back of the house.
Green.
really don't want to roll out on this.
Stick, hard
No,
stick,
can't afford to, that's
No.
for sure.
Okay.
And she does.
So that'll give Kim an opportunity to get behind this corner guard. And all of a sudden that brings 3 into play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just super straight.
Speaking of threes, we got yet another one out here. Justin Murphy clawing Carrie Galusha back. She picks up 3 in the 5th, so Galusha still up 5-4. Galusha with hammer, but Justin Murphy getting herself back in the game.
아까 5단. 라인 많아. 잘갈 것 같아. 라인 많아. 선야 세 보여. 선야 세 보여. 기다려. 읽으면 안 돼. 위로. 웨이트만. 웨이트. 라인 많아. 선야 웨이트 5. 일단 와줘.
So Kim looking to come around the corner here. Really going to have to go, though. Looks like they just lost it.
They
Still
did.
not too bad. I mean, again, Harrison doesn't have rocks in super dangerous positions here. I would imagine she'll probably chase
She's
after
gonna
the
go-
shot
she's
stone.
probably gonna come around all this if I.
That's too bad. They were just,
But I mean,
following
if
that
I
down.
shot
Everything
right
looked
now,
good. I
right?
thought that was going to be a really nice shot. Got a little stumped on that. Back red is open. Jacqueline looks
Do you
like
like
she
this?
wants to go
Okay,
after
this?
it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, even if it jams there, it doesn't really matter, does it? Do you like there with like 10? Yeah. Do you think it'll come up a bit?
These shots are a little tricky because you don't play out here that often, so sometimes it's difficult to put the broom down.
I think we changed.
Yeah, I
the
don't
shot,
mind this
right?
call.
Yeah.
I think if it was maybe a rock earlier, you maybe try the draw, but
Oh, it's a lot more
if you hit this, Kim has to make both of her last 2 count,
Oh.
which is not super easy. Harrison should have an option no matter what.
Nose is fine. I'm thinking 10. I don't think it'll do too much.
So Jacqueline Harrison with her first here in the 5th. Looking for an open hit and stick to lie 3.
No. Clean it, yes! Hard! Hard, Lynn, hard!
Ooh, just gets by.
Gets it by and gets a nice little roll. So good shot from Harrison, although that roll might have given Korea something to sort of freeze to here. So we'll see. They'll try and get around this corner guard.
6, 7.
This is, again, a bit of a pressure-packed situation for Annie Kim. She's going to want to make sure that she gets this rock in for shot. Otherwise, she's might be left with something really tough on her last.
완전 완벽하게 안 쓰고도 웨이트로 거의 6 정도? 4. 추워.
So the first stone here for Kim in the 5th, looking to come around the corner guard, needs to be shot. Facing 3 Harrison counters. This one looks a little light, maybe. They're slowing up a little bit here. Can they get it there? They cannot. So it'll come in for second shot, but Harrison is still first shot at the back of the house, and we'll have an opportunity to draw into the middle here.
I was giving everyone there, and I think everyone was a little heavy. So
Same
it's
spot that they were light on the last one, Mary.
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
15, I think?
Yeah, I think
Might be a little bit of a tricky spot. They seem to like it, but definitely dug in. right at the, the top 12 foot there. So now Jacqueline in the driver's seat, I guess.
Yeah. So around this
Really
top
put the
board.
pressure on the Kim team now.
15 close? Yeah? Like ours seem to be sliding.
that little wider path, and they really
Glides a little bit, yeah. Yeah, because like 14.3 was like back 8, so.
Is this the same ice that you gave for
The hair less.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
one
Should come in there. So 14, 8, 15?
yeah, my 14 was
Okay.
So last shot here, 5th end for Jacqueline.
Line's good. Okay, stay close.
Needs to get second shot here.
Gotta go line. Yeah. Hard line. Have to go. You have to go line.
Laura Hickey on it right away.
You're on that.
Looks like they're on the top.
Play to tap.
Maybe they just need to make sure they get second. And again, maybe another little favorable bounce for Jacqueline Harrison. That's a couple that she's had now, but she's lying too. And I don't know that there's much of an option for Kim here other than to draw. And the funny part here, Mary, is not only did she get in for second shot, but she made Kim's draw really tough.
Yeah. She's
So-
looking at the double here, eh?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think you score 2 if you make the. I mean, I guess you do probably. Yeah, you probably catch
think
off that
so,
yellow one.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess you do score 2,
Yeah.
but risky, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough double. One that you don't necessarily have to play. Just draw for one.
Yeah.
Although, like you say, the draw is not easy either. Not much of a.
Yeah, you'd either have to come through that port or you'd have to come wide to
Yeah.
a place you haven't really thrown. So that could be part of the decision making here in choosing the double. So another big shot here for Yoonjung Kim with her last in the 5th. Needs to make a double and stay to score 2. And facing 2 yet again. Final stone. Sweeper's on it, and she just straight up noses it. So that's another steal of 1 for Jacqueline Harrison. It's been all Harrison all the time for the last 3 ends as she puts 5 on the board. She's going to take a 3-point lead into the 6th end. We'll be right back on curling.com.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu's House team's brand new listing. And we're up near Eglinton and Dufferin in this awesome 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo townhouse. And look at this balcony. Oh my God, look at the view. You can see the city, the sun. If you're stuck working at home, this is a great place to come up with your laptop, do some work. We've got amazing finishes here. Stainless steel appliances, beautiful wood floors, gorgeous ceramic tiles in the kitchen, ceramic backsplash. We've got everything here. It's brand new, ready to move in. And check out our location. I have to tell you a little secret. California Sandwiches is just down the road, and their sandwiches are delicious. They're my favorite. We've got the Beltline bike tour. Crosstown coming. You're gonna be able to get on and get downtown in like no time when it's built. So go to StuShouse.ca, see all the photos, see the videos, and give me a call and come for your personal tour.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV's continuing coverage of the Stu Cells Toronto Tankard. This is draw 4, the second of the draws for the ladies. You're watching the A semifinal between Team Kim and Team Harrison, and really the last 3 ends have been all about the Ontario squad. They've gotten 2, stolen 2, and stolen 1, and they hold a 5-2 lead over the team from Ganyang, South Korea.
Yeah, the Korean team, they had a couple of choices on that last shot, but neither was that easy, so she elected to try that double. Didn't make it and gave up 1 more point, so...
All could be forgiven
Yeah.
if she can get a couple points here in the 6th and try to start clawing her way back into the game. But I think we could say that this is a very important end for Kim. If they can't get any points on the board here, if they give up another steal, it might be giving up the ghost as well. So another nice setup here for Harrison. They've had really most of the control since the second end. They gave up a steal in the second, and then ever since then it's been one-way traffic. Got a few score updates for you. Some interesting things happening around the sheets. Danielle Inglis putting another 3 on the board. Not for herself, but just for all of these games. We're just seeing 3s hand over fist here tonight. So that puts Inglis into a 5-4 lead over Holly Duncan. Holly Duncan has the hammer. They're playing the 5th. And on sheet 6, Mackenzie Camille with another 2-point steal. She leads Shannon Jay 7-1.
Center a bit. Go, go, go. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Keep going. Go, go, go. Keep going. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Okay. Good sweep.
So great setup here for Harrison between Kreviatsik and Hickey. Getting things going nicely, and Annie Kim's reached into her bag for some jacket reinforcements. So maybe that was the key. Maybe she's just been cold the last couple ends. So she get warmed up both physically and metaphorically here in this game. She's going to need to.
Yeah, it looks like, they can definitely see all of that rock, but it looks like she just want to play a little tap back on this based on the ice she's giving. Trying to get things behind the tee line so she has something to work with.
So hoping for a little roll behind this corner guard. And they get pretty close. Nice shot there from Chocho.
Forward.
But it is still mostly open for Harrison, so Lynn Kreviatsik will be looking for a hit and roll.
Yeah, just throwing board weight here as she wants to definitely stick around in the house.
Wall. Clean. Wall, wall. Alley. Alley. Hard out. Hard out. All it'll go. All it'll go. All it'll go. Okay. Just heavy.
Just a little too much weight on that one. So that gives the Kim team some options here now. 2 corner guards up. She's going to try to use them. This is when you really got to bear down, John. You got to make these shots. If you want to score multiple points, which is very important in this end, got to get these around the guards. Get them in play at least.
Absolutely. I've pulled the microphone into my lap, so I am also bearing down here for these last 3 ends.
You're tired.
I'm a bit tired, yeah.
It's a long day. And
long day and a long travel day
Yeah.
yesterday, so, we're kind of easing our way into it here, but yes. certainly feeling it, as are these ladies. And that's a very nice shot there from Cho. Harrison might be forced into a run. No, she can probably see at least half.
I can't hear you. This or board?
So the key for this shot is you just can't be wide. If you're ever tight and you clip the guard, you probably roll your yellow into the house, probably behind cover, behind center. You just can't ever miss this wide. And that would give Kim the chance to really put some pressure on. Well, it doesn't sound like she's missed it missed it wide, so that's good. Can Laura Hickey get it by the guard? She cannot, and that is not ideal. Looked like it was going to be worse than that for a second. I really thought she was going to have a real issue there, but yeah, unfortunately, that was caught in between. Didn't get enough of the guard to take it out of play, and obviously didn't hit the back one. So just about. Laura Hickey tried to keep it straight, but just over curling into that card.
What do you think here, John? What do you like?
Well,
a couple of options, huh?
Couple of options, yeah. I think you're getting a little far in the end now to go behind the corner, because the problem is that yellow is on the button.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you're running into an issue here if you're Kim, is that the yellow's in a pretty good spot for Harrison to guard. She could put another one in there if you try to just go behind the corner again. Mm-hmm. So I almost think you have to come into the middle. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I'm wondering if you do go around the corner, don't you think Jacqueline would make a play on it?
Well, it depends on where you go, I guess.
Yeah. Tricky, but I mean, they can't read their opponent's mind, so they just have to, one of two options, make the decision and hope.
Absolutely. Love a relaxed coach coming out in stocking feet. It's always got to breathe some confidence into the team. Oh, he's not even worried that we're down 5-2. He's got his shoes off. So we'll see what they decide here. Kyung-Hae Kim already in the hack, ready to go. So they obviously know what they're going for. We didn't really see where they put the broom down. Looks like they are coming into the middle.
Okay. They liked your option, John.
Well, I still have my shoes on, but I am capable of making some decent decisions. So sometimes you'll see that in these events. There are no official timeouts because there's no official time clock, but you can even see in the corner of your screen there that one of the other teams is doing the same. Calissa Daly has her coach out, and Irene Shorey being coached by Mike Harris this weekend. So what sometimes the teams will agree to before the game, if they have coaches, is say, are you okay with taking 2 timeouts like a regular game, or we can consult with our coach. And so that's what we're seeing here. You might have been a little confused because normally we associate timeout with stopping some sort of time clock, but obviously these teams, all these competitions, all these Stu Sells events, these World Curling Tour events, unfortunately that rock is long gone. A lot of these Stu Sells and World Curling Tour events are tune-ups, right, for national events and provincial events where there will be time clocks. And so teams recognize that that's a part of the game at that level, and part of the game at that level is taking 2 timeouts. So we got a rogue red.
Well, that was a very unfortunate miss.
Yes. especially after taking a timeout. You know, when
Yeah.
you take a timeout, it can tend to refocus the team, get everybody back on the same page, and it's definitely a big miss after the timeout, and this will allow Ali Flaxey to make the hit and roll.
Hard! 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 Go, go, go! Roll it, go, Lynn, go, Lynn, go!
And that is a beautiful shot from Ali Flaxey. Fantastic.
Pistol.
Always like to follow up an opponent's miss with an absolute dynamite shot. And that's what Ali Flaxey has just done. So the South Korean ladies in some trouble here, already down 3. And Jacqueline Harrison lying 2 behind cover.
인터네요, 인터.
Over on sheet 1, Justin Murphy has stole her way completely back into the game. It's now tied 5-5 between her and Carrie Galusha. Don't really have any other scores to report. So this is a huge shot. And they're already saying the draws may be heavy once again. This has to be close. This looks heavy again. They're just trying to get a piece of these yellows. That is a pair of very unfortunate misses from Kyung-Hae Kim. And now Harrison is looking full value for a steal, Mary.
I'm giving Laura here to get
She
to
is
center.
definitely sitting pretty here right now.
Like that? Okay. Even if I'm up here, that's fine. Ideally top 4. But I think this is more of a line shot. Yeah. Still that same high 14 stuff? Okay. Wall line. Running like it's hot. Wall.
Line's perfect.
They need this one to be in front of these other 2 yellows. They do not want to bounce off this. And they don't. Great shot from Jacqueline Harrison.
Shoot.
And if you're Kim,
It's a hair heavy.
oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a bit of trouble here for sure.
We have our first exchange of gratitude. Sheet 6, Mackenzie Camille coming away with a big victory over Shannon J. So Camille will continue in the B draw. Shannon J dropping down to the C. And we have another exchange of gratitude on sheet 8. Max Zach in the attack, chasing away the High Park Randos with a 9-1 victory. 9-2, sorry.
And on our feature sheet, it looks like she's just going to try to tap these yellows around. More thinking about setting something up for her last shot.
I just don't know what she's going to set up.
I
mean,
know.
I think you had to be running something in here. This is also heavy and wide.
Yeah, I think definitely threw too much weight, more weight than what she wanted.
It's not terrible to get a little bit of separation between those yellows there, but with only 1 rock to come, Kim is going to be in some big trouble here.
Come in off this and kind of just go there. And she also has this draw. I don't. What do I want to leave her?
I feel like we're here, right? Did you notice that?
No, but she can probably get to the inside and just kind of flop off that for one, right? And then she has this draw for one too, which I don't mind giving her. Here, maybe a little, like a...
You ever slightly split 7 and roll right on top of 6? Yeah. Yeah.
That's not bad.
I don't think we need to play it super cute, but...
No, but I'm saying if I flop off this Sahara, it's not bad.
Yep. Yep.
I don't mind that. Okay, right in there.
This is a good situation when you're talking about, well, how hard can we screw our opponent over?
Exactly.
These are always my favorite conversations in curling. Well, if we put it there, that really screws them over. Well, and if we put it here, that also screws them over. Okay, well, pick one of those two and let's really do it.
Can she get to the inside of this to make that double?
I do think it's there, yeah.
It's like literally just, she'd have to play it quietly. I don't even know if that's there. Do you think it's there? I mean, even if I chap off this top yellow one that's buried and kind of roll in front of it, that's also fine.
So where's the best place to put it? Where's ideal?
I think to stop that double, right? Like, I mean, the guard's so high, I think. So if we chap off the top one or just sit right in front of the one on this side, I think we're good.
Top 4 away?
Yeah.
Go Jax, you know it.
Same weight as this side? Yeah. Okay.
So Jacqueline Harrison with her last in the 6th. Without hammer, she's already laying
Line's close.
3
Yeah, line! Yeah, line!
and looking to find a good spot for her 4th.
Hard line! Hard, go!
This is over curling.
Hard line, go! Hard!
That's not bad.
It's a bit light.
So she just wanted to come in to exactly where the Koreans have their broom now, and I think they might have a double here to get one. They got to play it pretty quietly, but I think it's there. They could also slash that red one in.
Yeah, Jacqueline's just over curled. She kind of wanted to take this shot away from the Kim team. But if this is what you're leaving your opponent, I'm okay with it.
Yes, exactly.
Sitting 4, up 3 points.
Yeah, feeling pretty good, that's for sure.
Yeah, if she gives up a point here, that's a bonus for the Harrison team.
최대한 약간 안쪽으로.
So final stone for Yunjin Kim here in the 6th end. Facing 4 Harrison counters.
Yes! Big! Big! Whoa! Yes! Big!
It's close.
Oh, that really curled at the end.
Yeah, does it have enough to stay around? It will not. That is going to be a steal of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Call them the Ocean's 4. That's a huge steal for Jacqueline Harrison. That makes the score 9-2.
Tricky little spot there, John, because that's where Jacqueline's also over curled.
Just waiting to see if this is the end of our game here or not. And I think it is. So that is an exchange of gratitude between Team Kim and Team Harrison. So that's it for us here at curling.com. Jacqueline Harrison, big 9-2 winners over Yunjin Kim from South Korea. So Harrison will move on to the A final to play the winner of Justin Murphy and Carrie Galusha. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. You can catch the games on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. Continuing coverage all weekend long here of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. For Mary Chilvers, I'm John Cullen. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.